welcome to my channel, Love Grows Tarot. I'm here to do a tarot card reading for the sun sign of Cancer in the month of May. If you like these readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome and you can leave them below. If I have any descriptions, they will be in the description box. I do take donations. You can donate at paypal.me/lovegrowstarot. These are general readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. And the themes and energies in these readings will take place in the future. So please come back to review these readings at any time. I start with 3 opening cards, past, present, and future, and then I continue on with the rest of the reading, ending with a bottom card. So let's get on with this reading for the sun sign of Cancer in the month of May. I'm guided by tarot cards and spirit, so basically I keep shuffling until the appropriate card presents itself. So let's get started. Card from the past. So this is going to be energies or things from the past that are lingering in your present moment that you may need to either think about or maybe bring these qualities back into your life. So let's find out what's going on in the past for the sun sign of Cancer. So you have the Knight of Cups, which is a great card because that's your wish card. So things from the past that you may have been wishing for, and maybe they didn't come to fruition, or maybe they didn't come in the ways that you thought that they would. So review the way you've been manifesting from the past. Now, if this card is positive, then it's just telling you to, now is a good time to bring up that kind of energy again. However you worked that kind of magic back then is going to assist you in the future. All right, so now we're going to take a look at the present because the past was such a nice card. So really think about what you're manifesting, how your wishes may have changed from the past into the present, and sort of take it from there. Present. What does Cancer, the sun sign of Cancer, need to know about what's going on presently? Present. So we have Temperance. Temperance is from the Major Arcana. So this is a life lesson. These are important messages. So try and figure out what their meaning is to you in your life present, and try and take actions to bring more of this energy into your life because it's going to have more of a positive effect for you and allow more flow for you. So Temperance is balance. It's about balancing your life. It's about temperance. There might be things that you're doing that are just out of balance. So it's a good time to look over the things in your life, what's important, what's not important, what's getting you to your destination. Maybe the wish card, when you think about the past and the wish card, and think about how your balance at the present moment is having either a good effect or a negative effect on what's going on with this card. So go through your life, figure out what needs balance. If it's too much partying, then get back into your working mode. If it's too much indulgence, then get back into a little healthier mode. If it's not enough exercise, and try and exercise. If it's bad relationships, try and connect to good relationships, that kind of thing. So just go through your life and write down all the things that you feel are out of balance. That's a good way to start. Look through the list and see what it is and see how you can take actions to improve the balance in your life. So, the future. What energies of the future are coming through this month for you to think about? For the month of May. So we have the Hermit. Another Major Arcana card. So this month is going to be a lot of homework for you. Inner work, homework. And the Hermit is knowledge. The Hermit is also isolation. So the Hermit is inner knowledge, spiritual knowledge, But it's also spending time on your own to sift through, or maybe connect with more of your spiritual side. He's also a mentor, so there might be somebody that can assist you, and maybe that's the direction that you need to go in. So keep your eyes and your mind open for that. For most part, though, it's really connecting to that spiritual side of you, and maybe picking up some more books, or maybe going out to find people that resonate with the things that you have going on in your life, and the things that you want to change. And so that's going to be the Hermit for you for coming into the future, and it's going to start this month. That sort of gnawing feeling is going to start this month. This sort of need for more spiritual growth, or more spiritual awareness, or a need to connect to your spiritual side. And it's also take as much time as you can away to really think about your wants and your needs. Sometimes the opinions of others, or just the your day-to-day life in general, has like an affects your decisions, and it also affects your judgments. So take some time this month, a little solitude, and dive deep into your inner thoughts and your inner being, and just sort of see what's going on there, because these are two big life lesson cards. So it's going to be really important to create that balance, and then really connect to your spiritual side to assist you, because going into the future, that is going to have a stronger connection for you. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the reading. So we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is the Secrets card. So there might be information that's not getting through to you. It could be from the people around you. It could be from maybe there's something that you're going towards, and maybe you have high hopes for moving yourself in that direction, and there might be something there that's being kept from you. The Seven of Swords is also can be a personality where they get into something, and then they stick around long enough, and then when it gets too much conflict or too overwhelming, then they just sort of pick up and leave and move on to the next one. So it's a lot of unfinished business, especially on the spiritual side, because you have to face your challenges and you have to face your conflicts in order to get over them, and in order to step up to the next level. So really don't get in the habit of anytime it gets too intense, or it gets too conflicting, or there's too much tension, to just turn and run away. It's also a card that represents a time when you do need to get away. So there's sort of like a oxymoron here, because in one way it's a personality that takes off when things get tough, but at the same time it might be another personality that stays into something for far too long, and it's better just to get what you've got and get out. So instead of sticking around to try and gain more of what you think you might be losing, it's best to just pick up whatever you have and go. So a lot of information in that card. Secrets being kept from you, leaving situations prematurely because you can't handle conflict or tensions, and this is always going to happen to you. It'll repeat. Or for another person, staying in something way far too long, and it's not healthy, and it doesn't have your best interests. So just sort of gather up what you have, and then just move out of it. All right, so the next card is another major arcana, big life lessons this month for you, Cancer. This one's the Magician. So the Magician is you as the leader, you as control of your world. You have all the tools to do whatever you want. You just have to, if you're doubting yourself, then you have to get rid of the doubt, because you can do whatever you want. You have the tools are right in front of you. And it's also a divine connection. It's like a dharma thing. When you really connect to your unique talents and you use those unique talents for the service of others, then everything just sort of clicks. It's like, this is the universe, and this is what the universe wants you to do, and all these doors of opportunities open and things start happening for you. You have to have the mindset though, and the Magician is also a very active energy. So put whatever it is into action. If you're getting out of a situation, then fine, that's great, because you're better off as your own. But once again, not these personalities that can't handle the conflict and run away from issues. The Magician is the one that stands up to things. The Magician is strong. The Magician is independent, and the Magician has a very unique talent that it needs to shine. You need to bring that out. Then we have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups means that you will meet somebody, and it's going to be the kind of union that is really healing. And it's going to be the kind of union that kind of like the opposites attract, like not thinking that you would ever, be attracted to somebody that's quite that opposite, or that you'd ever sort of get along with somebody that's that sort of opposite kind of energy. But it's going to be a strong bond, and it's going to be really good. It also might be for some people a therapist or a healer in general that comes and really assists assists you in a lot of ways, or you're assisting somebody else. It's just a really strong connection here. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is messages. The Pentacles are finances and possessions. So there could be information coming to you about finances and possessions and new opportunities for growth. This is a growth card. It is a knowledge card. It's a young energy. So it's like the beginning of something, the beginning of a career, the beginning of a job, the beginning of new opportunities, the beginning of new finances to help you do whatever it is that you want to do, especially with the Magician energy. And then we have the person coming in to assist you. So there's a lot of good energy here of somebody coming in. You are going to shine, and it's going to be the beginning of like a career, like a project, like something like that. It's in the material realm. Sorry, I'm losing my light, so if it starts getting dark in here, just bear with me. It's in the material realm, so it's got to do with finances and possessions, jobs, careers, that sort of thing. Then we have the Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of worrying, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of illusions going on that's keeping you up at night. And a lot of this can be basically what's going on in your head. So we create these scenarios and we create these illusions based on fear. And a lot of times we create these little stories and these scenarios that take place in the future, but the future hasn't happened. So it's like, well, this is going to happen if I do this, and this is going to happen if I do that. And you have to sort of drop that load, and you have to think in the present, in the now. And if there are things that are weighing heavy on you, find the solutions in the now, and don't let fear take over you and turn this into these stories, these illusions, these scenarios that are keeping you up at night. Try and figure out ways to take care of whatever it is that is bringing on this type of fear. Face it, and then move forward correcting it. Then we have the Tower. So with the Tower following this, you might be very afraid of something. You're afraid of something very dramatic that may happen. It could be a relationship, the split up of a relationship, or something that is going to really rattle your life. The Tower changes are dramatic, but they're there for a reason. They're there to take you in a new direction that's better for you. And in hindsight, after all is settled, then you realize just how important this kind of change is. So this very well, you could be up all night worrying about the Tower moment, but you can't fight the Tower because the Tower will happen. You just sort of have to pass through that energy. And that's the life lesson from the Tower, is that go with the flow, go with the changes, even if the changes are very dramatic and something happens, including divorces or anything like that, it's there for you. This card is there for you in the long run, because it's going to set you free, and it's going to put you in a position to take you in a better direction. Then we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is the mourning, the grieving, and the hanging on to things, regrets from the past, relationships that relationships that didn't last, relationships that weren't good for you, and there was a separation, once again, divorces, things like that, breakups, things like that. And this could actually be grieving. Maybe there is a loss of a person. But these three cards here are painting a picture of like a lot of fear about dramatic changes and a lot of clinging to the past. And you have to turn around and move out of that. Especially, this is the Cups. So Cancer, you are the water sign, and this is what the Cups represent. It is, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So there may have been relationships in your past or passing of people, and you're still mourning it. The water is flowing. It's like water under the bridge. You have to move forward. You have to get over this bridge. This is the bridge that you have to get over and move on and move away. Take these two cups and go forward, because this energy is just keeping you somewhere that you shouldn't be, and you have to move away from it. And if this situation, for some, if it does turn out to be maybe a breakup or something like that, you can't dwell on it. Don't let it grip you, because if you're in a relationship that's not really great for you, and that relationship has a grip on you, then you're just going to be stuck here. And the fives you have to get over. All the fives in the tarot are you have to get through this, or you're going to be stuck, and you will go back to one, and you'll hit five again, and then you'll keep going back to one and hitting five again, and keep going back to one and hitting five again. In relationships, that means you're always going to attract that kind of a relationship. If it is a bad relationship, and maybe it was lustful, or maybe it was cheating, maybe it was something like that, you're going to attract it if it is able to have that grip on you, then you're going to continually attract that kind of a relationship. So you got to pick up these two cups, you got to turn around, and you got to go forward. And here we have the Magician, and here we have the Hermit in the future, and they're both very independent of that kind of energy. Nothing has that kind of a grip on them that it keeps them from being their true authentic selves and being dependent and independent and strong. So really be mindful of that, some of you Cancers. So the next card we have is the Eight of Pentacles, and this is all about working and enjoying your work and being rewarded for your work. So this card follows all of this, and we have the opportunities that are just beginning here, and because it's such a youthful energy, don't let it slip away. Don't let this, because it's a lighter energy. But this working is going to really give you a lot of self-confidence, self-esteem, a lot of credibility. It's just going to fill your world and take you away from this dark area here, because this dark heaviness is not good for you. And if you're worried about things that might change things, then go with the change, but don't let it have a grip on you. Really be mindful of that, okay? And then we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a spiritual quest. So your work might involve the spiritual side, going on a quest, leaving this. Once again, it's the cups and it's the water signs, and that's a very Cancer element and energy. So something spiritual is going to be drawing you, and it could involve work, because these are both connected. These are both eights. So there's work in the spiritual realm, or something to do with that kind of like going away from the material world, going away from that materialistic grip, getting away from this, and then working in an area that's like much more positive, much more fulfilling, and much more like, well, it's going to be spiritual for sure, but in however you look at spirituality, because some people are drawn to different aspects of the spiritual world. So whatever it is that resonates with you, there's going to be work involved here. The message from the Pentacles you might miss, but the message is connected to this. So you might be so in this that you're missing out on what this message is, but this message is telling you that in the future, you were going to be very passionate about your work, and your work is going to take on a kind of a spiritual kind of a slant. All right, so the last card for this reading is from the bottom of the deck, so it's more like a subconscious kind of energy. And this comes from the Lovers. So the Lovers, again, another life lesson for you, Cancer, in the month of May. But the Lovers is going to be that soulmate. You're going to come out of this, and you're going to find that soulmate. So whatever has this dark, heavy hold on you, let it go. And this union here, this Two of Cups here, could very well turn into this. So really pay attention to, in the month of May, this person, and once again, it's the healing energy. So, you know, it goes back to this as well. It connects really well to this and this sort of work in the spiritual realm, or being more spiritual with work in the healing realm. But it looks like this meeting, this union could very well turn into something a lot stronger, a lot more like what you subconsciously want in a relationship, but a good relationship, not anything that's like too heavy. So that's going to be reading for the month of May, Cancer. You've got some big work to do, because you've got some you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. The wish card, really think about that. Also with a wish card, think about what your wishes are. Sometimes when we wish things, they can skew into other things that maybe not exactly hitting the point of what you're wishing for. So always with a wish card, think of that. Also think about, you know, what you were wishing for when you were younger or earlier, or how it manifested, or maybe you dropped your wishes, or maybe whatever. That is going to be something to toss around in your mind, and think about what that means to you, coming from the past into the present. Make sure you write that list of what you need to balance in your life. What you know, make sure you're balanced, because you got the Magician here, you've got the Hermit here, you've got the Lovers here. So there's a lot of like good energy for you to be independent right now, but at the same time, you're going to be introduced. There'll be a person coming into your life, and this very well can take on an energy of being something a lot deeper. So there you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like these readings, please subscribe. If you want notifications of upcoming readings, please ring the bell. Comments are very welcome. I will leave descriptions in the description box below. I do take donations. They are very useful and helpful, and I put all the money from donations back into my craft. So if you want to donate, go to paypal.me/lovegrowstarot. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you have a good May. Even if it turns out to be a little tumultuous at times, it's going to be something that's very, very good for you, and it's going to be something that takes you in a more positive direction. If some of you find that you're in this kind of heaviness here that has a grip on you. So that's it. Stay safe, and And I will see you again next time. Bye for now.